Good morning, devotees. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam class on the 17th of April, Friday morning. Let me start my prayers. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaivam narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayet nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama slokir bhakti bhavati naistaki. So today we are going to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 4 and text number 28. तत्पायस्यात् तत्पास्यतां हि भुवि चाद्भूतं महत् हाहेति वादः सुमहान् अजायत हन्तप्रियदैवात्तांस्य देवी जाहौ आसुन्केन सती प्रकोपिता तत्पास्यतां हि भुवि चाद्भूतं महत् हाहेति वदः सुमहान् आजयत हन्ता प्रिया दैवात् आत्मास्य देवी जहावि आसुन्केन सति प्रकोपिता तत् that pasyatam of those who had seen K in the sky, Bhuvi on the earth, Cha and Adbhutam wonderful, Mahat great, Ha ha, oh ho, Iti thus, Vadaha roar, Sumahan tumultuous, Ajayata occurred, Hanta alas, Priya the beloved. Daiva Tamasya of the most respectful demigod Lord Shiva, Devi Sati, Jaho quit, Asun her life, Kena by Daksha, Sati, Prakopita angered. Translation: when Sati annihilated her body in anger, there was a tumultuous roar all over the universe. Why had Sati, the wife of the most respectful demigod Lord Shiva, quit her body in such a manner? Purport by His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There was a tumultuous roaring all over the universe in the societies of the demigods of different planets, because Sati was the daughter of Daksha, the greatest of all kings, and the wife of Lord Shiva, the greatest of all demigods. Why did she become so angry that she gave up her body? Since she was the daughter of a great personality and wife of a great personality, she had nothing to desire, but still she gave up her body in dissatisfaction. Certainly, this was astonishing. One cannot attain complete satisfaction even if one is situated in the greatest material opulence. There was nothing Sati could not achieve either from her relationship with her father or from her relationship with the greatest of the demigods. But still, for some reason, she was dissatisfied. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, text number 6, explains that one has to achieve real satisfaction. Yayatma siddhati. But Atma, the body, mind, and soul all become completely satisfied only if one develops devotional service to the absolute truth. It's a famous verse. Savai pumsham paro dharmo yata bhakti adokshaje. Adokshaja means the absolute truth. If one can develop his unflinching love for the transcendental Supreme Personality of Godhead, that can give complete satisfaction. Otherwise, there is no possibility of satisfaction in the material world or anywhere else. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे मुकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तम् अहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणीं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिमाधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवम् उपास्महे. I seek the blessings of all the devotees here to speak something meaningful about this verse, um, so that will be pleasing to my spiritual master, to our deities, to Srila Prabhupada, and for my own purification. So, we are on the chapter Sati quits her body. The context here is Daksha, the Prajapati, one who is directly appointed by Lord Brahma for a specific purpose to propagate, to progenate this universe. And he is performing a sacrifice. In that sacrifice, he has not included his own son in law, Lord Shiva, who is the greatest of the demigods. He is Vaishnavanam Yata Shambho. He is the topmost of all the Vaishnavas, wonderful devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Sati, the wife of Lord Shiva, is interested in going to that yajna for which their family was not invited. She was half-minded, she was walking here and there, and Lord Shiva advised it is not a wise decision for you to go and attend the sacrifice, but still she decided, out of her love for her family member, she decided to go to that function or the sacrifice. When she did that part, she went into the sacrificial arena. She was not invited. Only her mother and sisters were talking to him and exchanging few presents, but she ignored all those things. When she entered into the place where the yajna, the sacrifice is happening, like Vedic hymns were all happening, and lot of people were assembled. All the dignitaries were there, except Lord Shiva, and there were no oblations given to Lord Shiva. And when she met her father Daksha, Daksha was not even giving giving a welcome message or seeing her. That really agitated the anger of Sati, which is very natural when we go to a place and we get a treatment like this. Sati was angered because why she made the decision, and Srila Prabhupada says that she made the decision, uh, no, not a wise decision. It's something made on emotional intelligence, and she's regretting after going there. And after seeing Sati, she remembers Lord Shiva calls her as a Dakshayani. Whenever he calls us Dakshayani, he is ashamed because of the relationship that is coming from Daksha. So Daksha, on seeing Daksha, she is saying, Daksha has started chastising or finding faults on Lord Shiva. So she is saying that Lord Shiva has no enmity to anyone. He doesn't find faults on others. And even if he sees a small amount of goodness in that person, in that person, he magnifies that. He magnifies that, and he looks into that, not the fault. And you are finding faults and you are blaspheming the person who is the greatest of all the Vaishnavas and who is the greatest of all the demigods. So you are chastising me. I am ashamed of my relationship with you. And she decided, I don't want to carry this body that is being given by you. So she was furious in that anger, and she sat in a place and she meditated on the lotus feet of Lord Shiva, and she decided to quit her body. So she invoked the fiery aspect in her body, elevated that, and she is quitting that body. And we are in the verses where Sati annihilated her body in the anger, and this news has created a tumultuous roar all over the universe. Why had Sati? Sati is not an ordinary person. Like, why had Sati, the most respectful wife of the demigod Lord Shiva, quit her body in such a manner? So, Srila Prabhupada is saying that the tumultuous roaring has occurred all over the universe in the three worlds, okay? And all the societies of demigods in different planets. Because Sati is the daughter of Daksha. Daksha is also a great Prajapati. He is twice born and he has a responsibility that is being directly given by Lord Brahma for a specific purpose. And the lineage from Daksha is there. But why Daksha is acting, it's a different aspect. But Daksha is one of the greatest of all kings, and on the other side, Sati is the wife of Lord Shiva, the greatest of all demigods. When this is happening from Sati, it's such an astonishing. And why did Sati become so angry and she gave up her body? She was a great personality and she has nothing to desire, right? She can in either side, whether from the Dakshas, from her father or from her husband, she can get anything, and there is no chance for dissatisfaction. And something was dissatisfying, and she gave up her body. This was the most astonishing for all the people or all the persons in different planets. Why she has done this? And Srila Prabhupada says that this, yes, even Sati, such as elevated personality, cannot attain complete satisfaction. Even one who is situated in greatest material opulence, you may have all the best of the food, best place to live. You call the topmost of everything. You have everything, but still you will not be satisfied. Something or other. That there will be a lot of problems when you have a lot of things. And it's in the case of Sati, she is not satisfied even she has the greatest material opulence. And there is nothing anymore for her to get. Oh, okay. But what is the reason for her dissatisfaction? Here, Srila Prabhupada is quoting the very famous words, Bhagavatam 1.2.6, where one has to achieve the real satisfaction. The real satisfaction is Yayatma Suprasiddhati. The Atma, which can be referred to body, mind, and soul, can all be completely satisfied. only if one develops devotional service unto the Supreme Lord or to the absolute truth, adokshaja. Savai pumsham paro dharma yato bhaktir adokshaje. Adokshaja means absolute truth. If one develops the unflinching love for the transcendental personality of Godhead, that is the one which gives the complete satisfaction. Otherwise, there is no possibility of satisfaction in the material world or anywhere else. So, savai pumsham paro dharma yatho bhakti radokshate. So, the devotional service unto the Supreme Lord without unmotivated uh, devotion. You cannot have, oh, I am doing this for a fruitive activity. That should be unmotivatedness, and uninterrupted thing. I'm just doing this only for this. Someone has comes, knock to my door, I have to go attend. No, no, that's I have a very specific purpose. I am here. I want to purify my heart. I want to bring Krishna there, seat Krishna there, and I want to worship with all my mind, body, and words so that my soul is satisfied. Only that gives that kind of a devotional service, uninterrupted devotional service, unmotivated, without any motivation for myself. It's not a two-pocket program, like one for me, one for Krishna. So it is in that mood and state one develops the love, unflinching love for the Supreme Personality. That is the one which gives satisfaction. We have seen here that Sati, a topmost, she's also a devotee of a Krishna, but circumstances had led her to go to the place where she was not invited or her husband was not properly treated. It really bothers, and disturbance has occurred, and that has led her to quit her body because she don't want to have to carry the relationship. This body is the representation of the relationship, and that relationship has come from Daksha. So she decided to discontinue that relationship. So she quit her body, and this has created astonishment, rasa, among all the persons across the universes, in different planets, in demigod planets, in the Bhuvaswar Loka and beyond. And this has created such an astonishment. Why this? Why the Sati, who is the topmost person from Daksha's, as a Daksha doctor or as a wife of Lord Shiva, has performed this kind of activity? And the reason is absolute dissatisfaction. And Srila Prabhupada emphasizes, when we focus on devotional service, everything will become calm and we can be completely satisfied. So with this, I'm going to end. If there are any discussions or corrections that you would like to bring it up, please take the time and add to this.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. I think the Prabhupada purport is primarily focusing on the Sati's dissatisfaction in the relationship with her father. Right? I mean, but I was just thinking, of course, Prabhupada is stressing on the importance of devotional service, right? I mean, a great personality like herself, right? Doing this act is, yesterday actually, Pratibha Prabhu was telling it is not a kind of committing suicide or whatever it is, right? But it is, he was giving a different perspective, saying that, okay, of course, she is eternally related to Lord Shiva, right? Even next life, she became the wife of Lord Shiva. But
Yes.
doing this act, right? I mean, in that dissatisfaction, if it is a giving up the body, right? I mean, it's nothing less than that. But she knows the, of course, greatness of Lord Shiva also. Right? I was just trying to think, Prabhu. I mean, because I know it is going to be more dissatisfaction to Daksha also later because he is the cause of this incident, right? Whatever happened. So, but whatever she has taken, it is a very drastic step. I mean, it's not nothing,
Yeah,
right?
it's
So,
not for us to imitate.
yeah.
For,
So, I'm just thinking in that,
I
right?
mean, points, Prabhu, like we say in a contemporary world, even slips can happen to elephant. For us, elephant is the greatest entity, and
Mm,
elephant also have slip. Okay, so in from spiritual context, the dissatisfactions or slips can happen even for exalted persons, like in this case, Sati, who knows everything, but still she took a decision of going to the place and where their family was not invited, where it's not a proper treatment, the attachment for her family members. So she went there. Lord Shiva warned, but still she went. And the after effects, right? Where things we will realize only after something happened to us. Like she is regretting. Lord Shiva, one is the husband, she has given half of his body to her. And in spite of all the wonderful thing that I had, I did a hasty decision. I left, and that mark is, it's not something, okay, let it go. It's not a let it go situation. So she faced that. And Srila Prabhupada is teaching through this pastime, right? This is a pastime for all of us to learn. Like, even for a great devotees, dissatisfaction, and the remedy for dissatisfaction is devotional service. Yes, we keep the the devotional service, and we try to operate within the boundary, and we depend, you know and that is the way that we can, I don't know if we can, if I can say that we can be protected, if we will not be experienced that this, but to our extent, as guided by in the scripture Srimad Bhagavatam and our acharyas, we can follow that. We cannot imitate this. This is like, we acting in emotional intelligence, right? Something happens, I take a decision, the consequences could be pretty high. It not only affects us, it affects the family, it affects a lot of things. So it is not that thing we cannot follow, or we should not imitate for sure. But what we should follow is taking shelter on the devotional service, adokshaji, on the absolute truth. That is the important thing we should follow, and understand that slips can happen even to exalted people, personalities. That's what coming to my mind, Prabhu.
thank you, Prabhu. Harsha.
Any more discussions? All right. So looks like there are no more discussions. If I have said something incorrectly, that is absolutely on my shortcomings, and if something that has touched your heart, it's the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam and the purport given by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for your time on this busy morning. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो
Vaishnavibhyo
नमः।
namo namah.
अनंत
Thank you.
कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद